short. And like I said, addiction had a lot to do with it. I started dipping and dabbing in marijuana and drinking beers and messing with cocaine when I was a freshman at Seton Hall. So, just having that monster along with the pressure of being this rich kid, overnight, wanting to take care of everyone, and it just got the best of me.
Wow, wow. So, so who geared you toward college? How did you get to Seton Hall?
Well, being 7'2", and being skillful on the hardwood, I had colleges recruiting me since 8th grade. I got my first letter from the University of Notre Dame when I was in the 8th grade because I was 6'9", and just being a big guy and then, figuring out that basketball could be my way out of, the inner city, and it allowed me to travel the country and compete against the best players in the country, and won 2 Olympic gold medals with the Junior Olympics and the World University Games, and just experiencing the world just by picking up a basketball and learning how to dominate and be a force. And, I was a center, of course, but my job was to rebound and block shots, and I did that very well. So it afforded me being one of the highly, if not the highest recruited player ever in New Jersey, and selecting to stay home, play at Seton Hall University, and had a pretty good run at Seton Hall. We won the Big East Championship. We went to the Sweet 16 and Final 8, in the NCAA tournament, and I had a pretty good college career. So the scouts was always at the games, and it was funny. We had a reunion, earlier this year, and they said our team had more fans and had a lot more fans at the Meadowlands than the New Jersey Nets at the time. So
yeah,
just being a part of that whole situation up at Seton Hall, it had the had the NBA scouts coming to the games, and they felt like I could be a asset to any NBA team. So I was always trying to impress scouts and things like that.
Right. Now I always tease Luther because when I attended Malcolm X Shabazz High School, it was the biggest game ever during basketball season to play against Luther. I mean, I thought we had maybe 10 buses, so I can imagine the fanfare that came afterwards. I mean, we were all packed on those buses to go out to play against Luther. Did you have a nickname back then?
My nickname is Lou B. I always been
Lou B. And it was like he was the biggest guy ever. What did that feel like to be on the court? I mean, you were the star. You were a star back then. Like, what did that feel like? Were you grounded?
It was I
have
kept a
an
level.
ego?
No ego. I just
Okay.
wanted to win. I was coached by some great coaches, and
Okay.
they always instilled in me to be humble, but go hard, or don't go at all. So I
Right.
was always humble, and it wasn't really all about me. It was
Right.
about a team. I was always team oriented. I was always, of course, I was the focal point, but at the end of the day, it was about my teammates and myself coming together and doing what we worked so hard to do, and that was win. I always was on winning teams, so I never.
Right.
The only losing point to me in my life was when I was, on drugs and
Right.
living that lifestyle. But
Right.
as far as on the court, sports and all that, everything at the highest level, great class, first class, everything, and just winning.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us, what was your family life like growing up? What was your background? Brothers, sisters?
I'm the oldest of 3. So unfortunately, my sister passed away in 2006, but I still have a younger brother. Yeah, and right now, I mean, it's me, my wife, and my dogs. But as far as my family goes, it's my mother still alive, and my brother. He lives down in Florida, so it's just us.
Okay, so what about mom and dad?
Dad passed away as well in 2001. But growing up, my mother and father was together until I turned like 12, 13, and they separated. And my mother remarried. I kind of got along with my stepfather, but I was, slowly but surely becoming a man in my own, making my own way in a sense. So I had to, I felt like the NBA, of course, was the goal, but once I made it there, I wanted to take care of my family, so
Right.
I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself, and it didn't go according to plans. But I made it. You know what I mean? I could say, you know, with a clear conscience that, you know, I attained the goal. I made it to the NBA, and I don't meet people every day that I can say, yo, man, you know, I was the first round draft pick as well. So I'm kind of like honored and just knowing that I put, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, and I was the first round draft pick in the NBA. So
absolutely.